Good day, everyone. Today we're going to learn about inequalities. So what is all about inequalities? So first, we will try to review some of the word problem that we're going to translate in inequality. So first, there are at least. So here, at least is the key word. So at least 28 days in a month. So therefore, you can write that one as there are at least 28, so therefore days in a month greater than or equal. So at least is meaning it's almost equal, right? So we have at least 28, we have days. The temperature is above, so we can see here above, so therefore that is we have greater than 72 degrees. At most, so it's almost there. So we have now 9 passengers can ride in a van, so therefore we have less than or equal. So meaning at least is greater than or equal. At most we have less than or equal. What we are going to learn on this lesson. So we are going to learn to solve one-step inequalities by adding and subtracting. We have inequality. So these are the properties of addition and subtraction. So you can add or subtract the same number on both sides of inequality and the inequality will still be true. So therefore, here, for example, in this one, we are going to add both sides by 2. So therefore, it's still 5 less than we have 7, which is we have the original one is 3 less than 5. Here, for example, we have 6 greater than 2, and then we subtract both sides by -1. So still be true, 5 greater than 1. And then here, we can have now 4 less than or equal to 7, and then we're going to add by we have 3, so therefore we will have now a 7 less than or equal to 10. Okay, so it's same as this example. So let's try to solve. We have first problem, and then after that we are going to graph the solution. So n is, okay, here n minus 7 is less than or equal to 15. So what we are going to do, you can add or subtract. We have values so that you can simplify the value of n or the variable. So we can add now, we can make us add both sides by 7 to make it 0 here on this side of n. So therefore you will have now n is less than or equal to 22. So when you're going to draw the graph for that, so therefore it says that n is less than or equal to 22. So therefore from we have 22, it will go down to we have negative infinity, and it must be a filled one because it says that if it is less than or equal, okay, so it must be this one filled. We have circle. Okay, now another example, we have a minus 10 greater than or equal to -3. So therefore we will have now to add both sides by 10. Okay, then after that you can simplify as a is greater than or equal to 7. So therefore you will have now to draw the line. It says a is greater than or equal to 7. When you're going to graph, just try to, we have estimate, okay, or scale your graph. So here it will start from 7. So therefore you will have here a is greater than. So it will start here and it is filled 1. Okay, so there because it is greater than or equal. Therefore, you will have now as this graph. Okay. Next example. For our next example, we have d minus 12 less than or equal to -18. So therefore, what you're going to do is you're going to add both sides by 12. Okay. So therefore, you will get now as d less than or equal to -6. So therefore, we will have now as in our graph, so it says that d is less than -6, so it will start from -6. It's less than, so therefore it will goes to -infinity. Okay, so that is how we have graph the problems that are less than or greater than. If it is greater than, going to positive infinity. If it is less than, going to -infinity. So draw a closed circle. That's what I've said. You are going to draw a closed circle when the inequality includes the point, and an open circle when it, okay, does not include the point. Okay, so you are going to draw if it is greater than or greater than, we have greater than or equal, less than or equal, so you are going to do closed circle, and then it is only less than or equal, less than or greater than, you will going to draw open circle. So here, then the graph of the set of the solution number line. So therefore here it is greater than or equal, so therefore we're going to draw a close, we have closed circle. Okay, so we're going to add both sides by 14, and then we will have now b is greater than, we have or equal to 6. So therefore this one is a closed circle. Okay, and then it will goes to the right, and then shade all this one will be the part of the solution. So 7 is, we have greater than 6, 8 is greater than 6. So all the values from 6 going to positive infinity is the solution of this we have problem. So you can check the solution to an inequality is true by choosing any number in the solution set and substituting it into the original inequality. So as what I've said, you're going to check. So for example, here we have d plus 11 greater than 6. So therefore we are going to subtract now. Subtract both sides by 11. Therefore you will have now d greater than negative 5. So when you're going to check, you're going to choose now any value that is greater than negative 5. So you can have now from 0 is greater than negative 5. So you can substitute that one. So 0 plus 11. So therefore it still says that 11 is greater than 6. How about this one? So let's try another problem. So b plus 12 less than or equal to 19. So therefore we will going to subtract both sides by 12, and then we will have now as b is less than or equal to 7. So all the values we're going to use is less than or equal to 7. So therefore it will be going to negative infinity. So therefore we can use 6. 6 is less than 7. So therefore substitute that one. So 6 plus 12, we will get 18. So therefore we have now 18 is less than or equal to 19. So we get the correct answer. Next example. So we have c plus, we have 15 greater than 19. Then what we are going to do here, because it is positive, so therefore you're going to subtract both sides by 15. But if it is negative, you're going to add, we have 15 both sides. Okay, so that is the technique that you're going to use. Or you can just move 15 on the other side, from positive becomes negative, from negative going to positive. So either way, you have a lot of process on how to solve for this solution. So therefore you will have now c is less than or greater than, okay, negative 6. So therefore you will have now as, you choose any value. So therefore we can choose 0. 0 is greater than negative 6. So therefore we can have now as 15 greater than 9. So therefore this one is correct. Again, so when you are going to solve, try to check whether it is greater than or equal, less than or equal, or just only greater than and less than. Now let's try some word problem. So it's all about money application. So Edgar's August profit of $137 was at least, we have here the word is at least. So remember back in our first example, we are when the time that we reviewed. So what is this one? At least we have $20 higher than his profit July. Okay, higher than his July profit. What was July's profit? So we are going to solve now. What was, okay, July's profit? So here we can say that let P represent the profit, an increase from July to August, and then August profit what was at least $20 higher than July profit. So therefore we can have now 137 greater than or equal to 20 plus July. Okay, so therefore we can create now this equation. So we can have now as 137 greater than or equal to 20 plus P, which is the profit. So therefore we can have now subtract both sides by 20, and then we can get now as 117. So therefore, it says that P is less than or equal to 117. So we can rewrite as P is less than, we can rewrite as this one. Okay? Next question. So Rylan's March profit of 172 was at least 12 less than his we have February profit. What was we have February's profit? So let's check. So we have let P again represents the profit decrease from we have February to March. So therefore we have March profit. We get 172 was at least, okay, was at least we have this one greater than or equal, and then we have it says that less than, so therefore you will have negative 12 plus P, okay, which is the profit. So we can have now as 172 greater than or equal to negative 12 plus P, and then we will going to add both sides by we have 12, so therefore you will have now 184 greater than or equal to P, or we can rewrite as P less than or equal to 184. So therefore, February's profit was at most $184. Okay, so therefore, when you're going to solve word problem, maybe you can have to represent like this one so that it's easier for you to determine what will be the unknown we have problem and what are the given problem.